Welcome. Together in Truth. Next episode. Let's see what happens. Hey, yo, what's up? Lander, you're the first one. Congratulations. How are you, bro? Still on tour? What's up? Yeah, man. It's getting cold slowly, eh? But you're in the south of Portugal, Spain? Be careful, you get addicted. You will never go back home. You will remain on tour. Nice, nice. 28 degrees. Look at that. Today I had to put 2 jackets, 1 cap, and it was too cold. But it's fine. Now the time is great, challenging us. 28 degrees. Nice, nice. Yeah. So, catching the sun where you come. Now you have to go to Africa, yeah? Nice, bro. Nice. So you didn't book any official place where you can stay, or always wild somewhere on these park spots where you're looking in the app? Yeah. Follow the sun. The sun is always there. That's the nice thing. Like I said yesterday on the stream about this misunderstanding with the sentence, the sun is coming out. It's like the earth is turning in towards the sun, but the sun is always like staying in the same place. But yeah, follow the sun with the van. It's beautiful. Yeah, I do everything to do it next year with my car. Like the building will be not very expensive and not much of effort, so I will do it in the spring. I already measured. It's like I'm fitting in, which will be fun. So let's see. Hello guys, enjoy. Welcome to the stream. Just be yourself. Yeah. Nice. So you've been like France, Spain, Portugal, and then back, yeah? Hello guys. Hello. Hearts, likes. Hello, what's up, Sebastian? Yeah, the sun is like always shining. Yeah, the weather doesn't suck. Because, I used to say it like my whole life. And like I always was saying, the weather sucks, it's cold, the winter will be hard, oh my God, we have to wait for the summer. And I was programming myself completely like on this. I literally, voluntarily, deliberately was programming myself to a negative software system that I put on myself. And then the winters were really hard, like I was depressed and it was hard to survive. And when is the summer coming? oh my God, 2 months, okay. Yeah, ask questions. I'm only for questions here, guys, so ask everything. Dobry wieczór, dzień dobry. Hello, man. It's like when in solitude, it's much easier to realize the true nature that I am. Yes, it might be the case for you, like life that you are is unfolding for you in your unique way, where you are going into the solitude, yeah? Because it's inevitable for you, it's like meant for you, this is your expression and seemingly awakening process, where you need exactly these circumstances, like solitude, otherwise it will not happen. Like when you can be with yourself and all those questions and all this being and this meditation that you cannot avoid. So for you, it's exactly as it has to be, but it doesn't mean that it's for everybody. Like some people might be around 100 people all the day, all the time, whatever in the city, and then it can happen just like that. So it's not a rule. It's not a rule or something. It can happen in every moment by everybody in every circumstance. So for you, it might be in the solitude, yeah. Like here, it was the same, but now it's the story of awakening, like being in solitude and just being with yourself and all this depression, psychosis, and questioning whatever. But it doesn't mean that it's a rule. There are no rules for that. Like it can happen, it cannot happen, but it happens anyways, and it doesn't matter which circumstance. But we can say, like, if you are in solitude, you are more likely to not be distracted, yeah, by daily life, by job, or people around you all the time, on distractions of all of kind. So it's not a rule, but for everybody, it's the unique, seemingly awakening process, and the circumstances are always very unique, but it leads to the same, because everything is life, and everything has to be like it is. So like this sentence, every road leads to Rome, yeah, everybody knows that, but Rome is like from the opposite word, like from behind is like amor, which means love, yeah. So every way always leads to love. Even the murderer, even the religion believing, every road, every experience always leads to God, to that what you are. For some might be solitude, for some it might be just a little moment being around people or whatever, but it's not like a rule or something, yeah. There are no rules, but everything has to happen as it happens, otherwise it will be differently. So every moment is absolutely exactly as it has to be. If there is a solitude, if there are being around people, you can also awake there suddenly in a Skrillex festival, dancing in Miami and whatever, and suddenly like, whoa, I am that. I'm not a human. I am this. Wow, nice. That's it. Just a little moment of reminding yourself who you are. And this is it. So yeah, for you, it's like in being in solitude. Yeah. So it can also be like a man who is like working 80 hours a day, okay, a week. And also there, like awakening can happen, like a split of second of glimpse of absolute clearness, clarity, and being and meditation. Because meditation cannot not be, like everything is meditation, yeah? Because there's only meditation, there's nothing else. Like God is meditating about himself in eternity. So this guy who is working his ass off in a city like a lawyer, and suddenly he can just see that in his case, the murderer or somebody isn't the murderer, that everything is consciousness, everything is a game of consciousness. Now nobody is guilty. It's just a game, it's a play. So there are no rules for that, yeah? So it can happen when people take substances like LSD, cannabis, like I did here. Cannabis, like in age of 13 years old, just, you know, just there was this experience of nothingness combined with a fear of dying. And so meditation started in very young age. So the seemingly first initiation. So there are no rules, yeah? Like Osho, who was like already in age of 10 years old, like absolute intelligence and enlightenment in that way, absolute rebel, and even changing his rules in school, yeah? Like not accepting any authority, being completely awareness itself, you know? So there are no rules about that. But everything leads always to home, which you never can leave, because home is home, it's eternal. Home is always. Home cannot not be. You cannot leave your godliness. This is not possible. As that would mean that your nature is not attractive enough as you can lose it. So in that way, nobody ever awakes, nobody gets enlightened, because this word enlightenment and awakening is just seemingly, because everybody is talking about after enlightenment, after awakening, spiritual awakening, but nobody awakes. If somebody is claiming, I am awakened, I am now enlightened, then they are in even bigger ego than they've been before, yeah? Like ego claims, I am now enlightened, I am now myself. No, it's every ego, every identification is too much. Like there is only life. Life doesn't know itself. Life is not running around and saying, like the tree is not saying, I am the tree, look at me, I am the tree. The dog is not saying, I'm the dog. And the car is not, I don't know, like, you know, it's just, everything is this immediacy of beingness, immediate manifestation, like, and this is life, and this is who you are. Yeah. So even like Buddhists who are just in absolute solitude, yeah, like just meditating, cleaning, eating, sleeping, and denying the whole world, just meditating into this nothingness of nirvana or whatsoever, but denying the whole world because the world is distraction. Yeah. And they call themselves Buddhists and are on the bubble, you know, again, religion and some believing. But being everything always and seeing and being love in every circumstance, this is life. Not denying anything, not excluding anything, because this is not for awakening. You know, everything is life, everything is meditation. So there's no need to say, I cannot do this because I will not be enlightened or whatsoever. It's all conditions that, again, the ego puts on it itself, thinking this is not good, I have to do this. Which, I mean, I just mean that there's no need to go to solitude, there's no need to do anything. There's no need to change anything, as every moment is absolute wholeness, which you are. The eternal moment, godliness playing itself as this which is now. So when you say, there's no need, or I have to do this to reach any state, to go beyond, finally find the truth, or go to heaven, I have to do something, all running away from your true nature, which is always here and now, eternal, always. Everything else is like, yeah, hope, I will get there. I have to do this. I have to go there. It's all running away. This here, now, here, this what is. This effortlessly speaking, without thinking, without this, what psychologists call black box. There is no black box. Like this center of, you know, how is it called? Like CPU or whatsoever, and then the processes, which they will never understand, because every understanding is coming out of forgetfulness. Life doesn't need to be understood. It's like Osho beautifully say, it's the mystery to be lived. And this absolute trust and knowing who you are, not identifying yourself, I am that, I am not that, but just absolute this knowing, this that you are eternal life and nothing can ever happen. This is just a dream. It's an experience. Hello guys, welcome. So, and that's why Lukasz is sitting here and talking in this appearance. He cannot avoid it. So, guys, if you have any questions, ask me. Ask me, the community. We can just here being together in truth, because there is nothing but truth. There has never been anything else. And just resting in this eternal peace, which is already contradiction by the words. We cannot rest there, here. There is nobody to rest in the moment. Nobody even to relax, because this absolute relaxation doesn't need anything to be that what it is. It's the absolute ease of existence, just flowing, just being. So like here, there is no need for any substance to take to change the consciousness state, or it's like everything like beers and cannabis or whatsoever is just a absolute not worth, as this what I am in my nature, that's what I am. It's just the beauty itself that doesn't need anything else. Just the beauty that undescribable, unchangeable, unreachable, unconditional love and freedom and peace and happiness. This is what you are. And this is how we are seemingly learning, like not learning, but reminding ourselves, yeah? All these losses, all these hard, challenging experiences, circumstances that we encounter in our life, so to say, and because we are forgotten, seemingly, identified with the ego, identified with the human body, and thinking that we possess something, that we are an autonomous entity with free will, deciding about the future, deciding about our life, which is all illusion itself, and that's why we suffer. Like it's the wave in the ocean thinks, I am the autonomous wave, I can decide where to flow, I can decide where to go, what to do, my future, I predict the future, I'll create the future. Not knowing that the wave is the ocean itself, forgetting that, and therefore the wave is like the ocean itself is like seemingly suffering. It's a beautiful metaphor. I would use it every time now. Like everything is the same water, everything is consciousness. Hello guys. Yeah. So this for introduction. Now it's your turn, guys. You can ask everything, just open yourself, just be yourself. Just whatever is here, there, let it out as this wants to flow, yeah? Effortlessly flow as this what is. Ah. So we have Poland. Jack, I was from Poland, yeah? We have Belgium. Where are you from, guys? Like so many different places, seemingly. But in reality, there's no distance. Like when you now think on, let's say, Africa, it's just a thought. Yeah. But the only thing that is that what appears for you now. The wholeness of the circumstances. This is what you are. Absolutely. And then you think, I'm here in this place, and there are other places. No, not really, no. It's like everything is always live, which plays itself as the possibility of seemingly moving from one place to another, but in fact, your nature of who you are has never moved any second or millimeter. It never moves. There's no time, there's no real distance. It's all godliness playing itself, which you are. That's it. That's and the suffering is beautiful because it shows you are not that what you think or believe to be. This is suffering. The pain, this unbearable energy, yeah? And you are meditating. Not you as a human body, as a person, but that what you are is meditating, like the sun, which you are, is just dissolving every shadow. It's getting more and more obvious to itself, which has always been the sun, ever shining, yeah? Another metaphor that I use very often. So the shadow is only the absence of light. Just imagine being in a room, which is a dark room, yeah? And you turn the light on, immediately the shadow is completely gone. But you cannot let disappear the light with the shadow. Like the shadow is only the absence of light, yeah? So identifying yourself with the shadow, which is not real, it's just a dream of illusion. It's just a seemingly not really existing something. Yeah? It's just, it dissolves. And here is the room for that. So this might happen faster, seemingly faster. There's no time, but just talking about what you are experiencing now, what is for you now, through those questions. And then it can dissolve more. Yeah, just this, okay, yeah. Back to what I am. Okay. Because you get rid of, you're just seeing through all these identifications, all these judgments, all these attachments, all these desires, all these ideas. Not you, but that's what you truly are. It's just more and more obvious, where there's no before, beyond, besides, in front, behind. All those ideas disappear, and there's only that which is, which you are, absolute. And that's the only that is. Unconditional love as that. This. No questions today? Okay. And the silence is not better, not worse than words, because there's no difference. Like who said that? It's not important, but silence is like the language of God. Everything else is a bad translation. Yeah. What is between the words, where the words are not there? What is there? Like between the words, like without the words, just a stillness, just a beingness, which you cannot not be, which doesn't need anything, but it is absolute what it is, immediate, doesn't need anything, but is everything. This isness, the absolute beingness. Hello guys, welcome. Yeah, so this is what you are. In solitude, beautiful. You are like completely with yourself, in nature, walking, hiking, no distraction, just you. Yeah. Which in your case is like exactly made for you, exactly perfectly, every circumstance, like from the birth until now, everything was exactly as it had to be. Otherwise it will be different. Yeah. So it's just first like, thank you. Yeah. And but it's a seemingly awakening process, like the dark night of the soul. Yeah. Dark night of the soul, where you're like, it can be very dark, it can be absolutely dark. I would like to know somebody who had a dark night of the soul, like this guy here, the Lukasz story, which was absolute madness. And now when I just look back into the story, which is just a story, it was a fucking nice adventure to experience such a hell where even the devil is afraid to think of this, where God is not believing that it's possible. Yeah. So yeah, but it's needed. Like somebody needs like maybe bigger dark night of the soul, which seems like very extreme and very hard and challenging, and disease and accidents and depressions over years. Some might experience this like this because here it was needed for that. Yeah. But for some might be like just a short one day reminding whatsoever, like one goes to toilet and nobody comes back again. It's just, yeah, an ego goes to toilet and nobody comes back because there's only that what is. It can also happen like that, like depending on how much is there to burn, how much is there to burn of the illusion, of the identifications, of the glue, of all this bullshit, of all this hell ideas, you know. But everything, it's like comparing to burning just a little piece of wood or burning the whole Brazil forests, rainforest. But it doesn't matter because there's no time, no real movement in that. So nothing really happens in that case. Yeah. The dark night of the soul, where the ego tries to survive with every power, with every possible anchor to settle and to remain, like keep the illusion going on. the separateness, the separation, the duality, the idea I'm here, I am here. But this is just dying. It's like the shadow and the light. When there's a light, there's no shadow. So, you know, as there is only godliness, the absolute, which is absolute everything and nothing. So nothing ever happened. The dark night of the soul, yeah. And there is this, like Lander, you said, you all have this glimpse of clarity, yeah, this openness, this space, this endless beauty of, you cannot explain it, but it's so beautiful that you know that this is the truth, yeah. And then you fall back again to the ego, to all this dark world of identifications, like you forget yourself seemingly, then again you go back to, like it happens like this, like this, like this, you know, the clarity, then again ego, clarity again. But like I said, it's not like once this, it's like this going up, like vertically, always being like this shadow is getting less and less and less and less, but the obviousness of your nature is getting more and more obvious. As there is a point, nothing else is there but you, yourself. And then it drops completely, yeah? So this clarity of your nature, it is inevitable, more and more obvious to itself, so to say. Just a pointer. It's not, it's like the obviousness, yeah? It's just the clarity. And you know, this is the home, this is the truth, yeah? Because you feel, this feeling is just nothing can beat it, yeah? It's a normal game of reminding yourself who you are. Like it's been here in this case, in the story, where, you know, you cannot stop the meditation, as there is nothing that meditation, which is medication, which, like Osho said again, meditation is just the falling off of all bullshit, of all limiting, of all believing, all hope, all faith, all identifications, all desires, all judgments, all ideas that you are here, there are other people, and there is an external world, that there is a God. The idea of death and birth, everything drops. And what remains is love, unconditional love. This is who you are. Guys, are you shy today, or what is going on? It's like the chat is dead. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome everybody new here. Welcome. It is running, yeah, I'm live. I mean, seems like that. Okay. Yeah, it's running. So yes, this is it. This is it. This. This exactly as it is. So the dream of ego is like always, no, this is not enough. Something more has to be. This is not enough. So the ego lives through the illusion of giving power and focus on reality to the past and the future. That's where the ego lives. And both is illusion. Both is just not there. Past is not anymore, future will never come. That's the beauty of your nature. But the ego is like always, not this, has to be something more, not that. Yeah, but in the past it's also very nice to, because you can blame somebody or yourself. You can justify. You can whatsoever, but this is just, again, fooling yourself. So everything that ever happened and now and will happen, it is always life itself, which doesn't know any separation. Yeah. Let's try a green screen again today. Let's see what we have. Oh no, not the dog. Let's find something fine here. Let's play a little bit. This is the dog from today. It was sleeping like crazy. This is nice. The mountain. Let's see. I hope I will not accidentally take a private photo for the background or something. But I don't have such photos, so it's okay. Let's find a nice one. The universe was nice last time. Let's see this one. Yeah. Nah, huh? Let's see. It's like the camera is doing very good job, but it's like a dark light. Yeah, yeah. Welcome, guys. So yeah, you are that. All that you see on the sky, all the stars, which are suns, by the way. Every star is a sun. Endless, everything. That which is you. Everything is always. The silence, the language of God, just being. Absolute as the silence itself, just being with what is. Like with what is already too much, just as a pointer. Okay, let's turn off this background. It's like lagging a little bit. But how can I turn it off? Here, okay. So yeah. Like that what life is, that what you are, could change anything all the time, which it is doing, by the way, all the time. So everything is always possible. But there's just nobody in it that could be the center of steering wheel of the body, the vehicle, with a free will. Like everybody is saying, God gives us free will. It's also a very common idea in spiritual concepts whatsoever. But the question is always, who could have a free will? Find this instance that could have a free will. Just try to find the instance. There's just this. There is no like, oh, I found myself and yes, I have a free will. No. That what you are is the will, but not the separate body-mind, but everything simultaneously. You could say God is will, but God doesn't have any will. It is the will. God is everything there is. Yeah. It's like also this non-duality talks. I talked yesterday with Brandon on live stream again, like about this topic. I was like curious what he's saying about that, like all this non-duality, which is also very common, which is like pointing on the non-dual, but only this, yeah. It's like leaving all the people, whatever they are, not taking them where they are, just only pointing on this non-dual. But like life is like everything, yeah. There is this seemingly appearance with everything, like purpose, health, nutrition, all this mindset. You cannot deny it. It's like a part, seemingly part of life, of the human experience. Yeah. So some people may need something else in that moment, not only the pointing, which is just absolutely like denying the person and only pointing on the non-dual. Yeah. That's why I really, guys, tell you, ask any questions that you have that wants to be shared, as this is the direct of the energy that could exchange for you now. That's the importance of that I always saying, just ask everything that wants to be there. But like this non-duality is just like the pointers on the non-dual. Yeah. So this is not a non-duality talk. I don't like any names, any labels, because they're just names and labels. So yeah, there is only life. So it's like still the distance in those non-duality talks that I just, from time to time watch on YouTube. There is this, just not this ease, but just this distance. Yeah, this like still an identification. Yeah. Mhm. Either something is wrong, or maybe... No, it's running. Okay. Had some connection issues, but it's running, seems like that. Oh my God, guys, sorry, I just completely overlooked the chat because I had the wrong, yeah, now I see, I have to now go through the chat. I overlooked because I was wondering why nothing is coming, but now I see all the questions and all the messages. Now I know, because there was this setting that I had only for the top comments. So sorry guys. And now I have many here. Let's see. Sorry guys, I just really didn't know the setting. And it's difficult to tell the stories of the past without identifying with someone. Yeah, it's like you're constantly talking about the stories from the past, wherever you go, whoever you meet, yeah, whoever you meet in your life, which is you, by the way, in a different form. And then you only talk about stories, what you've experienced, what was your, you know. But it's everything in the past, everything here and now is this eternal moment. So there are just stories that will be told, or just talking about stories, but there's no identification with that. It just happens. It's just an experience. So yeah, sorry guys. I really was wondering. I thought I was offline. Now I see all these messages. But now I read everything. Yeah. Never heard this one. Roma amor. Yeah. Roma amor means love. It's not a coincidence that this sentence is like that, and this, because every language always has many good pointers. Yeah. Like dog is like God, pure love, always loving, accepting. Yeah. So there are many. Every word has something hidden message, which is always pointing on your nature. Like alone, all one. Yeah. And then how to be in social interactions? Do you just realize you are one with who you are having a conversation with? No. And then how to be in social? So everything happens just by itself. Again, this question is not really existing, and the questioner also, it's not there. But it's the ego that tries to understand life, you know? You're trying to understand what you already are, where everything happens immediately, out of itself, where there is no questioner, where there is no question about how life works. When there's an encounter with somebody, then beautiful, then there's a conversation going on, like what's happening, some smiles or some whatsoever. So there's a social interaction, but it's not really an interaction, it's just love dancing with itself in seemingly two bodies or three or four more, and then it's just a joy of interaction. Yeah, but there's no you and the others, there's just life, like here and now. You're talking to yourself out of joy, talking to yourself. But don't put attention to the question, yeah? Like the question is like not existing, because for the question, always there have to be questioner. Just be without any question, and then you are the answer. Yeah, this is yeah. Because I feel like in social interaction, slipping a bit back into the ego, that's okay, because we have some fears how the other will think about you, or what they will tell about you, what will happen. So like the limbic system is also a little bit in fear of, this could be a dangerous situation because I could die. So this can occur, but it's all not real, as there is no real fear and danger. But this is how, the ego tries to put the anchor. And then when there's an encounter with somebody else, then you slip in the ego back, because in this situation, you believe that there is somebody else in separation to you, and all out of this illusion, all these feelings arise of fear and, slipping back in the ego and judging and trying to be nice, put a mask on, all this bullshit, Yeah, hi, Grunkelm, and sorry again, guys, I just had this setting wrong. So I only saw these first messages and not all of them. I find that I keep going in this loop of procrastination and spending time on social media, even though it's never fulfilling. Yeah, then you can be a lucky one that you see it. And now when you can see it in the light of your consciousness, just focus on that, what is better for you. It's easy as that. I found that I keep going on this loop of procrastination. You see it. Most people don't even see it, that they procrastinate their whole life. And spending time on social media, even though it's never fulfilling. Yeah, go offline now. No, what I mean is just, you see it. And that's the beauty of it. You see it. Okay, I see, yes, this is too much screen time. This is too much social media. So you put the phone off, you take it away, put it somewhere, and do whatever wants to be experienced then. What is fulfilling for you? Go for a walk, play football, whatsoever. What is your passion? You see it. That's the first step to change. And when you see it, don't fight with it. Don't judge yourself. Don't justify the situation. Just see it absolutely clearly as it is. And then it dissolves. And then you are what you are. And then you can act out of the wholeness for your passion, whatever is made for you, whatever is the good feeling, whatever is fulfilling you. Whatever is fulfilling you then you're knowing. And then we will not procrastinate anymore anything, because procrastination is also not serving you. And then you're stepping out of the loop by just seeing this, So there only is light, no shadow. I just used this metaphor, like, this is going like deep, of course, but many people experience like a near-death experience. They going through this nothingness into this beautiful light, like light of God, love, unconditional love. But the light that you experience is not the light that you are. So the first manifestation experience, the purest one, is the pure consciousness of light, But you are not the light. You are that what is before light, beyond the beyond, which is always the undefined, absolute, which is every night when you go to the deep sleep, where the consciousness is not there even, no perception. So the projector in the cinema is just, every light is turned out, turned down, like there's no consciousness at that moment. And of that, consciousness and light and the world is arising. Yeah, now the chat works. Now I have you all, guys. Sorry. Yeah, I was talking like for 20 minutes and I thought I was offline or something. But I had this setting for only top chat, top topics. Yeah, thank you, Eric. Welcome. Do you believe in Reiki healing? You know, what healing truly is just being who you are. This is healing. Because then you cannot get sick, you cannot, and there are many methods. There are like Kundalini, Reiki, meditation methods. Everything is fine. Everything is there for a reason. So for somebody, it might be a good method, is a seemingly step in the awakening process. So for some people, might it be good. For some, something differently, Here was like reading books and meditating, not really in the silence, but going to satsang, whatever. So for some people, might be Reiki or something. Like every road leads to Roma, amor. How do you... Hey, Lukasz. That's me. Kelvin, hey, Goldstone. Hi. How do you look at near-death experiences? Yeah. Good question. So near-death experience is not a death experience. It sounds confusing, but I will explain as much as I can. So seemingly now, like 40, 50 years ago, many people had near-death experience, but nobody was talking about that, because when you once talked about your near-death experience, you could go to the mental hospital, yeah? But as the consciousness, so to say, is awakening globally, and we have now the internet, we have, freedom of speech, and everything is like awakening to itself. Many people who experience the near-death experience suddenly also talk about that absolutely freely. So near-death experience is like a sudden shock where the body dies for some time, the brain. And then what people like experience is like being above the body, being this openness, this absolute love, going into the light of consciousness, meeting God, yeah. But it's not a death experience. And they still come back to the body, and then they talk, they meet God, or that there is... So the job of their near-death experiencer, some of them are like completely enlightened, yeah, in that case, very less of them, but some of them. And it's just another way of consciousness awakening to itself, seemingly, yeah, in this case. So people, they come back, like their job is to say, hey, there is no death. We are eternal life, yeah, but it's still not the death experience. The death experience is like the absolutely drop off of the ego and the idea that there is afterlife. But because there is no afterlife, because there is no life before, which will be, again, mean that there is a separation. But there is only life, yeah. But there is just this knowing for most of them. There are so many on the YouTube internet, it's and many people are just following, like the consciousness is awakening to itself, or this global awakening. How do you know that? Guys, I will be back in 1 minute. Sorry. So near-death experience is not the death experience. Because, like, imagine being in the cinema, yeah? So there is this movie going on, humanity, world, everything, you know. Then when the movie is off, like there is this, how to say, I don't know the English word, the background, which is absolute nothingness. And then there is the light, yeah. And then the projector, the source of the light, which you are, yeah. But when somebody is experiencing a near-death experience, he's completely identified with the body, human mind system, believing in God even, or something else. So they are convinced that they are in a real world, they are convinced that they are human, and suddenly there is this accident or something happens, and they are dying, and suddenly they are like, first maybe like, yeah, seeing above the body, flying about the body, you know, just this, and then this nothingness, this tunnel of darkness, this tunnel, like, and then the light coming out of the tunnel being bigger and bigger, and then everybody of them is saying, wow, love, God, unconditional love, I don't want to go back. Even if they had children, I don't want to go back. I want to stay in this light, in this consciousness, yeah. So this is still the ego that wants to go to the light, to God, you know. So, but in fact, you are that what the projector itself is, projecting the movie and everything, being everything. So this is death, yeah. Like being who you are is actually death, because there's nobody who could be awakened, nobody who could go to heaven having a near-death experience. Like nobody had any near-death experience, because there's still an ego saying, I had an experience and this was real and I am dead, there is afterlife. It's still an illusion, you know, but it's a very deep topic. Yeah, yeah. So there are many stories, yeah. But it's still a story, it's a near-death experience. And here, all this talking here, it's about the death experience, about the dying completely of the illusion, yeah. Hey, what's up? Yeah, Jesus will never come back, thanks God, because the hope of all this Christianity will never be fulfilled. So the church can have the power over people. But it's again, it's a road to Rome, a religion. A religion means back to what you are. Yeah. So, yeah, I know one person, I cannot say the name. She was like believing that she is the indigo child, yeah. She was believing, coming here to earth as a very advanced soul to liberate the humanity, you know, to save the world. She was even saying, she was like, hey, this body, shitting and pissing, sweating, what an ugly experience, you know. But this such a spiritual big fucking ego, and she landed where? Into Christianity, into believing in God and reading Bible, all this bullshit, and believing in Jesus and oh God, and we have to pray. So switching from one illusion to another one, you know. Whole world keeps telling me I'm incomplete by this, achieve that. I know I don't need all that, but still deep down, a part of me believes them. That's where the self-hate starts. Yeah, again, you are conscious about that. You are conscious about that. That here and now, you are what you are. You don't need all this bullshit. You don't need to buy. You don't need to achieve anything. And that's the room for here. So you can just be absolutely authentic with yourself and seeing that this is not needed, because you already are whole, exactly as you are. Don't be so hard to yourself. Just be yourself and see this. So it can dissolve in love that you are, you know? You don't have to fight. You don't have to follow anything. And the world keeps, you know, when you say, whole world keeps telling me I'm incomplete by this. So no wonder that this is what you are manifesting. Every word, every thought, everything that you say to yourself in your mind or loudly to yourself is a direct manifestation. So when you say, whole world keeps telling me I'm incomplete by this, achieve that. So it will happen for you, my friend. But when you just see this and don't give attention to that, it dissolves into nothingness. And what remains is love, what you are. And all this card house dissolves completely. So don't give any attention to this in a positive, in a negative way. Because every attention that you put on whatsoever, energy flows, and this will be manifested. You know what I mean? There is no outside world that tells you something to do or not to do. That's the illusion. And you are already godliness and wholeness, exactly as you are. Always, unchangeable. So, and here is the room to remind yourself that nothing can condition you or say you do this by this. No. You are putting attention to that, and that's why this is your reality. So just see it as a negative belief system. Just see it as a hindrance of your potential. Don't put attention on it in any way, negative or positive, because both of them will just make it grow and manifest itself. Just be here and now, and you will see you've been just telling yourself this. It's not truth. Yeah. So also be cautious what you are consuming. Which media are you watching? Which movies, books, reading, people surrounding around? Everything is energy, you know? And every thought is just a thought, but when you believe that and you put attention to the thoughts, then it will be your reality, seemingly, yeah? But just don't give attention to limiting belief systems. See them as limiting belief systems and see them that they are like a virus in a computer, which you can easily just reprogram by awareness, by seeing it. Just by seeing it, it dissolves like the light and the shadow. The shadow has no chance. Just be and see, you know? And the self-hate dissolves by itself. What remains is unconditional love in appearance as Abhay Dixit cricket. You're certainly from India, yeah? Or Pakistan. Yeah. So, you know, like for me in the story of Lukasz again, I had a one job which gave me a lot of money, and I was buying stuff like without even thinking, more clothes, more shoes, And then I had the experience, I went to Bolivia for vacations, and then I saw, what the fuck? The people are here so much happier, but they have nothing. They survive one day to another day, and we get depressed because we don't get new shoes or whatsoever. I was like, what the fuck? What is a fucking illusion, you know? I love spirituality. It gives me peace and dissolves my ego, but my mind keeps pushing thoughts like it's all just random philosophy by atheists. Yeah, this is the ego that tries to survive. But you, as your true nature, the awareness of it is just dissolving this voice and the ego. You know? So spirituality is that what you are. You are talking here in non-forgetfulness to seemingly tell to you that you are just identify yourself. Yeah, it's just the ego that tries to, you know, to judge everything, judge the truth, all this what you are, is like going against this, always going against this eternal moment, the seemingly fight. But there is no fight in reality. Just be here and now, absolutely as it is, without interacting into the moment. And this is like this clarity where the ego has no chance, because the ego is scared of that what you truly are, where you are the light itself, which doesn't know any shadow. So you love spirituality, yes, because you feel this is truth, this is you, this is something which is bigger than the ego, yeah? This is the feeling of your nature. The mind is thinking thoughts, yes, but that what you are is not conditioned by thoughts. It's not disturbed by thoughts. Just observe the thoughts. Observe, just be and observe. Be rational, be atheist. Yeah, the ego tries to survive, but it has no chance as you are awakening. And this voice will get lower and lower and has less and less power over you. And that's what you are, the sun that is ever shining, with just, yeah. Those people pretend to happy but aren't really. Which people? Atheists and, or what? Yeah. So yeah, this is your calling, yeah. The example you shared, that people going to the parties. Okay. I don't know what you mean exactly, but it does mean that people that go to parties are not happy or unhappy or whatsoever. Yeah. So there is only happiness, but we are seemingly overlooking it by being in the outside world, seemingly, you know, thinking that life is about achieving, thinking that life is about gathering more things, material things, luxury, that you have to have a position, career, you have to be better than everybody else, you have to be somebody, you have to belong to a group of people, you have to be somewhere in a bubble sharing the same ideas, otherwise you will be not accepted and you will be excluded from the society. You have to have children, you know, all this bullshit, all here. Yeah. Yeah, the questions now I see, I was like, what is going on here? I thought I was offline, or yeah, something was like just disconnected. And after 20 minutes of my monologue, I was like, what is going on here? So now we are all here, yeah. So yeah, this is the room for that. This is the idea behind the streams, to just, you can recognize yourself that you are always home. Nothing needed, nothing to learn, nothing to lose, nothing to gain, you know? I feel ugly and also old now, been going on for 20 years or so, but it drove me deep into this stuff. But now I'm tired of this stuff too, watching videos to avoid myself, yeah? First of all, you are not ugly. You are telling it to yourself. As you are, as everybody, a unique expression of godliness. And if somebody is calling you ugly or somebody is judging you, it's just because they don't know who they are and they are unhappy with themselves. It has nothing to do with you. You are not ugly. You are absolutely beautiful exactly as you are. And old, what does it mean old? Everybody gets old. Everybody will die. The body will die. But then the next body will come, next experience. You don't have to be afraid of anything. Like you are dying every night anyways. Being old, beautiful. Enjoy being old. How it is to be old. Everybody will get old, yeah? For a certain time, and then another experience will come after death. Yeah, you are tired, so it's time to just be yourself. Just face yourself, just be yourself, that just don't run away from you. Why should you? Why should you run away from you, from your beauty, from your absoluteness, absolute nature? Why avoiding yourself? Why suffering? Here and now, you can just be yourself exactly as you are. There's nothing wrong about you. You're absolute godliness, perfection, exactly as you be. Nobody is exactly as you. You are absolutely unique. So, yeah. Exactly as you are, with everything that is. In fact, you cannot be better as you are in your appearance. And what is wrong about being old? Like, what is being old? Just a number of age? And just the experience of exactly as it is? So be happy because you will die sooner. That's good for you, actually. I have to bear this for 30 years, just kidding, but you know what I mean. Yeah, just to get rid of this idea, just not giving attention to this bullshit, feeling ugly. No, there's no ugliness. No. Yeah. Yeah, 43, you're in your best age of your life. Come on. Avoidance of feeling, yeah. It's all about feeling. Feeling is healing. Feeling is healing. So just let it there, let it be. Feel everything that wants to be felt, yeah? Just feel it. Just let it just be. You don't have to run away anymore. Just let everything be as it is. All these feelings that wants to arise, wants to be, like embraced in love that you are. That's the only possibility. Otherwise, you are suppressing, you're running away, you're suffering. The energy is stacking, it will get bigger, it will explode. Let it completely be everything that is. And then you will see that you are the ease of existence that is only good and good feeling, yeah? Like, not a feeling, but just what you are is just unconditional love. Yeah, most people are running away from the feeling, yeah? Going into drugs, going into career, going into sex, excessive reading or whatsoever, just to not feel themselves. Watching videos like you're doing, but just be with everything that is. And this is the healing, like the feeling is healing. You allow everything to be without identifying yourself, without judging, just feeling. Yeah. Every moment, every is made for that. It's an opportunity for you. Life is giving it to you. I'm 20, just trying to figure out how to spend my limited time in this form. Also looking for some quick relief meditation techniques for when the mind feels heavy, yeah. Yeah. Just don't try to figure it out, just be and see what will unfold for you, because it's like a passion, just doing what you love, doing what you feel is the best for you, through the feeling, not thinking, but feeling. Thinking could be like a belief system taken over from somebody else, which is the expectation, but not real feeling for you, what feels good for you, whatever that is, whatever is the good feeling fulfilling you in some activity or doing something, So trust yourself, trust the process, that everything will be for good for you. Quick relief meditation techniques. Yeah, always come to the back and now, back here and now. So maybe just find a place for you where you are not distracted, when you have time for you, for yourself, just being with yourself. and just being here and now, and just being and perceiving what is, without being distracted, without going into the mind and identifying, just being with yourself, like no phone, nothing, just you and that what is. Or you will find some other techniques. Like there's a book I can recommend you, maybe if you want to find some techniques from Osho, 112 Meditations. It's the orange book of meditations. Maybe you can try that. You find there are many meditation techniques he developed, which are great, you know, like a tea meditation, for example, just being and drinking the tea, observing, perceiving the heat, you know, touching, smelling, optics, just because this is meditation, just being that what is, perceiving that which is, and not going into the stories, not identifying, not going to the future, not to the past. Just this what is. This is the meditation. But yes, if you want to find some techniques and you feel like you need that in that moment, then you can just go for the search. And you will certainly find many good meditations for you, and it's needed for you, and it's meant for you as well. One meditation is like here, being here and now, this being in truth, yeah? Just talking about, pointing. Yeah. When you feel that the mind feels heavy, see it, and don't go to the mind. Don't go into the judgment. Just see, yeah? Just be and see, because this is always the final realization, which is only a word, but just be and see, yeah? And then the tendencies of going into the mind will get less and less and less. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nice questions, guys. This is very nice. Absolute joy. And that's the room for that, exactly for sharing everything what wants to be shared without thinking, just sharing, just being. Yeah. Which is satsang, yeah, satsang. Being in truth together. Because there's nothing else. Truth in all these manifestations. Yeah. 1.5 hours. Okay. So like meditation is always, there's only meditation, like in every activity, this is meditation, every non-activity, every silence is meditation always, yeah? So even for me, I like, after awakening, so to say, which never happened, just I also realized, oh, there are many bad habits. So I see them as bad. I see them as not fulfilling, not giving me wealth and energy. So, okay, don't giving energy to that anymore. Instead, knowing what is good for me and focusing on that. Yeah, like every morning meditation with tea or coffee, by just being, looking out of the window, you know, 10, 15 minutes, no distraction, But meditation is always, yeah. There's only meditation. Nothing else has ever been. And I'm blind without glasses. So, okay. I think that's it for today. Getting a little bit tired. So, guys, thank you very much for being here. It was an absolute pleasure. So, yeah, I do it regularly. If you like it, you can subscribe, you can like, you can comment, you can ask me everything. You can check my offers that I have. A WhatsApp group where you can join to ask me any questions anytime, whatever you want to share or ask. I also have one-on-one coachings if you like. So check this if you like to, if you feel the resonance with me. And yeah, so this format, this kind of live streams, I try to do as much as I can, and like every day almost. So yeah, just thank you for being here. Absolutely pleasure and joy, and have a beautiful now, because there's nothing else. Okay guys, see ya.